Yes, overlanding in a Tesla. A Cybertruck, no less. But that's just an added benefit because I actually got it as an emergency backup power source for the house. Seems we have way too many precautionary power shutoffs now in the summer here in Central California.
With a new round of high winds and extreme fire weather, at least 4 new fires broke out in Southern California overnight, this time near San Diego. This is video of the fires.
California, it seems, anymore has become somewhat risky as a place to live. Between the earthquakes, the wildfires, and the resulting mudslides, it comes at quite the high price as a place to call home. I myself also live here in California. This is my home in Central California in the foothills, Sierra Nevada Front Range. Beautiful now with all of the luscious green, soon to be brown with the onset of summer. This grass grows to between 1 and 5 feet every single year, depending on the amount of rain we get. Nobody can get homeowners insurance in these parts any longer, so we have to go through a service called the California Fair Plan. Except that it's anything but fair. Really, the only way to get around the wildfire hazard here is to have livestock and graze large portions of land, to eat yourself onto an island, if you will, by the end of summer that has barely any grass left, so that the fire goes around where you live and doesn't get close enough to get your house. But yet, I still find it worth it. So you might be wondering, where does this leave everything? And where does the Cybertruck come into this equation as far as wildfires? Well, as part of being in this area and having wildfires, the power companies back in 2019 started doing what's called public safety power shutoffs. And this is when they think there's a risk of lines falling to the ground because of extreme weather and starting fires. And so this summer, I want to say I pretty much got 2 power cutoffs a week that were unannounced. And that really kind of leaves you in a tight spot. And some of them were 15 minutes each, but I had one that was longer than 12 hours, just over 12 hours, which is just unacceptable. Because when you're at work and you know your power's out and you're worried about what's in your fridge or whatever else you have going on, it's not a very comfortable position to be in. My brain wants to fix it. My brain wants to get around this, and my brain wants to be in a place where I'm not worried about losing power here for half a day to the point where stuff starts thawing out, you know. So I was looking for a solution, and I was looking at gas generators that can go on the side of the house. I was looking at Generacs, etc. My problem with that is the heat of summer, what kind of effects it's going to have on the generators, the fact that I've got to keep fuel in there, and I've also got to run it if I don't use it. I've got to do oil changes on it. These are issues that I personally have. I'm sure they work great for a lot of people. Mainly for me, though, it's just where I'm at in the heat outside in the summer. And that pretty much just sealed the deal on not getting a battery backup system either, because my concern was the same there, even more so, though, with lithium polymer batteries being outside when it's 30 days plus of 100 plus degree temperatures here in the summertime. A couple of times we're 115, 118 degrees here. It's absolutely insane how hot it can get. So then, yeah, this is Central California. So I needed a better solution, and I needed, if I was going to go on a battery backup system, I needed something that was going to be air conditioned, obviously, for the batteries themselves, which didn't seem like it was feasible or even a possibility. So I just kind of put it in my back pocket, and I thought, well, I'll figure this out at another time when I can. At the time, there was no solutions. Well, then about mid to late 2023 or so, there was an article about a new technology from Tesla called PowerShare. And essentially what that is bidirectional charging technology. It has to be actually physically installed in their vehicles. They didn't have it at the time. So I thought, if they ever come out with a vehicle with PowerShare technology, I'll maybe get that and keep it in the garage, because I've got a mini split air conditioner system on the side of the garage anyway. And that keeps the cars cool in the summer and warm in the winter. And then it can, power the house if I ever needed to. Well, then they came out with the Cybertruck. And the Cybertruck was the first vehicle that had PowerShare bidirectional technology. So I'm thinking, wow, okay, this is interesting. That thing's got 11.5 kilowatts of power at 240 volts. It's essentially the equivalent of between 9 and 10 Powerwall systems. It's a tremendous battery capacity in that thing. So I really seriously started looking into this, and the PowerShare on the house end has to be installed. It's a separate piece of equipment that goes next to your main electrical panel. And what that does is it senses the loss on the line incoming to the house. And then if the truck is plugged in, it starts pulling power out of the truck into the circuits that you choose at time of install, from what I understand so far in this process, that you want powered when your power goes out. So essentially for me, this is a seamless solution that kicks in as needed, and the battery system is already air conditioned because I've got it in the truck, which is parked in the garage, and the garage has a small little mini split air conditioner system on it. It's almost like too good to be true, but it is true, and it is happening. And towards the end of last year, Tesla came out with a deal. If you buy the Cybertruck, we'll give you free supercharging for life. Wait a minute, what? Okay. Yeah, if we ever get the wildfire of the century out here and everything goes, including the power lines, and hopefully it goes around this place and the acres and acres that I've grazed down, but the power lines are down, I can bring a full truck home, power the house for 3 to 5 days, and then go back and get a full load of electricity again and bring it home. You get what I'm saying, right? So I thought, this is too good to be true, right? Tesla's going to find out about this and shut off the spigot. Well, it says that they have the right to shut off the free supercharging for life if they detect abuse. But if I'm getting 3 to 5 days of power out of a full supercharge, then I'm only going to the supercharger maybe once or twice a week. And there's people that go every single day because they have really long drives. I mean, where is the scale of abuse? I don't see one, right? I see a major solution. Why wouldn't they want that for people that live in rural areas like me? You might be wondering what a deal like this takes to get into it financially. What does all this run? The thing to keep in mind here is obviously you're getting two products from Tesla. You're getting the Cybertruck itself, of course, and you're also getting a emergency battery backup system for your house, or for the essential circuits, critical circuits on your house. So for me, that's a really big deal. And obviously I've been talking about that for a lot of time in this video and how important it is for me to have that. Well, the truck starts at $79, but in order to get the free supercharging for life, you have to get a Foundation Series, which is the first year production truck. That jumps the price up to $99,000. But in addition to getting the free supercharging for life, you also get the full self-driving with that price. You get other things as well. You get the premium connectivity for life. You get a ton of extra accessories for the inside of the truck, things like floor mats, etc. You get this white trim throughout the inside. You get the Foundation Series badging, etc. A lot of people don't care about that kind of stuff, and quite frankly, I didn't either. For me, it's the free supercharging for life that really did the deal in. Keep in mind, that's the life of the ownership of the vehicle. Once you sell the vehicle, that doesn't transfer with the vehicle, and it doesn't transfer with you to your next Tesla. That's with this particular vehicle. So my plan with this vehicle is 20 years from now, maybe 15, I don't know when these batteries go. I'm just going to replace the battery so that I can keep the truck. I'm not getting rid of this. That's part of the deal with this. It's a forever car. That having been said, you also have to buy the PowerShare system from Tesla for the house and have it installed. That equipment just by itself is $2,500. And then for me in particular, now my job I'm told is a bigger one because I'm doing a bunch of extra work, came into a quote of $8,350 for the install. So we'll start with the truck. It's $99,000, and then you have taxes, license, docks, fees, etc., and it's roughly about $112,500 or so. That's in the state of California, by the way, with DMV registration here and taxes here. That having been said, though, you add the cost of the PowerShare equipment onto that, and we're roughly up to about $115,000, $112,500 plus another $2,500, $115,000. Then you got to add the $8,350 to that, so we're at $123,350, and then you're going to add, some rough numbers in there for taxes, etc. Give it a buffer, bring it up to $125,000. Okay, that's the investment that goes into this. Is it worth it? Well, it depends on what your situation is. Obviously, everybody's situation is different. If you want to have an emergency power backup system for your house when the power goes down, it's a great solution because you also get a truck that gets free gasoline for as long as you own it. Not gasoline, you know what I'm saying. So for me, it's a phenomenal deal. Now, I could see it working for people that aren't in my situation, that aren't half off the grid, out in the foothills in a very rural area. It just depends on that person, though, and what their goals are and what they have in mind and what they need. So I think it's a great deal, or else I wouldn't have invested in it. All I know is that the cost of electricity in the state of California is absolutely out of control. It's through the roof. It's not uncommon in the summertime, July, August, for just regular average 2,000 square foot home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 3-car garage, 2-car garage, and bills are coming in at $800 a month. It's absolutely insane. It's out of control. So there has to be a solution, and there has to be a solution for not only that, but the power company just cutting off everybody's power in rural areas because they're afraid of the lines falling and starting wildfires. And for me right now, this is it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the video, please hit that little subscribe button in the lower corner of the screen. I'd really appreciate it. That's really the way you can help me out. And also, you can hit the little bell down there as well to subscribe to updates. All right? That's all I got for this one. We'll see you on the next one, and thanks for checking it out.